and welcome to Nanny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and it's Monday the 6th of October 2025 and this is episode number 89. Can't believe it's episode number 89. Very warm welcome to you all. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend doing what you love best. I've had a funny week. Last week I was saying my wrist was hurting. That's okay, but my shoulder here, I think I've done something. I don't know whether it's a trapped nerve, but it's going up to my neck and my head. So, I've had a painful week, and it's been really painful to do any crochet. I think I did such a lot of squares trying to get Hope's blanket finished and looking down. So I haven't got a great deal to show you. I just haven't been able to do much at all. Hello, Suki. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, here's my little Suki. Here's my little baby. Hello. Look at you, little scruffy girl. Look at you, little scruffy girl. Aren't you? Come to sit with Mum. Are you come to sit with Mum? Are you? Okay. He's jumped down. My husband's got the other two, so my little Suki has to stay with me everywhere. I just want, the first thing I'll show you is a gorgeous photo. This is just amazing. This picture is from the lovely Natalie. Hi, Natalie. And she's done, you've probably all seen the Sirdar Halloween Trick or Treat Cal, the lovely blanket that I did have a look at it, and Natalie sent me this picture. She's used her own yarn, which was Red Heart Super Saver that she'd got. It's a blanket for her son, and he's very, very proud, as he should be, showing it off to all his friends. And this is Natalie's own take on the Trick or Treat blanket. So this, she's had it different. The border's a little bit different on the Sirdar one, and the middle bit's a little bit different, but she's sort of made it her own, and I think you'll agree, I think it looks better than the Sirdar one. It's absolutely gorgeous. You did a brilliant job, Natalie. All that colour work and changes, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Work of art, I think so. Thanks, Natalie, for sending that. I'm still looking at it now, all the little bits and the little witch's pot in the middle, and I love this little witchy, which wasn't on the pattern, little witchy in the corner. It did absolutely gorgeous. And I think sometimes when you get a pattern and then you just make it your own, that's unique, because it's Natalie's own take on it, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Brilliant. Thanks, Natalie, for sending that. What else have I been working on? My little Wizard of Oz. Sorry if I'm wincing, or my neck, when I turn certain ways, it really just snatches. I've been putting heat packs on it and little wheat bag, and that helps. If you see me go like wince, that's what it is. I worked a little bit on this crochet along that the lovely Natasha's doing. Morning, Natasha from Hooks and Stitches. She's doing this Granny Goes Random crochet blanket, and they've used Red Heart Super Saver bitty stripes. But this was a blanket I wanted to do for my husband. He loves all natural outdoorsy colours. So you had to do 18 of the full squares, which I've done and put together in the blanket. Then you have to do 4 of the quarter squares that go in each corner, and then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8. Or does it say 10? 10. Make 10 of the half. Oh, yes, you do 4 of the quarters, which last week I'd done 2, and you do 10 of the halves. So I was thinking it was 8, 2 for each side, but you do 2 halves for the bottom, 2 for the top, and 3 along the sides. 3, 6, 8, 10. That's it. So I hadn't done any of the halves. I'm using a 5mm hook, and the colours I'm using, like I said, it's going to be for my husband, and he just loves the sort of outdoorsy colours. So I've got this Hayfield Bonus Extra Value DK. I'm just, yeah, I was using Woolcraft, I think, but this is called Emerald, so it's like an emerald green colour. I'm also using this little bit. I'm not 100% what that was, but it was like a fawn colour. And I hadn't got any more of that, so I thought I'd use this Stylecraft Special DK in parchment. I thought it's like a neutrally colour, like the colour of stones or, you know, rocks and things that you'd see. And also this new fashion, this is called Rusty Brown. This is Woolcraft Rusty Brown. So the squares you've already seen last week, and last week I'd done 2 of the little quarters. These are the corners. I decided to do all of the little quarters and halves all in this colourway, the brown, the green, and the cream. Let me just see if I can get that without knocking everything off. Knocking my, whoops. See the squares? I did 6 of this colourway, which is what I'm using for the outside. I've done 6 of this colourway, which was the clay. You do 3 rows of each. That was the clay. And then this green was the leaf. Sirdar. No, not Sirdar. Starcraft Special DK in leaf. But for the corners, so that I showed you all that last week. But for all the outside bits, I thought I'd do the rusty brown colour. So I'd done those 2 last week. So this week I just did another 2 of the corners. So that's all 4 corners done. Ooh. And then I just did 1 of the half. That's 1 of the half. So I've got to do another 9 of those, and then that'll be finished. And my hubby can have his, with the colder weather coming. It's quite cool in the evenings and first thing, but quite nice during the day. So I've got 9 more halves to do, and then sew it all together, and then that'll be finished. So quite pleased of that. That's coming along nicely. I started to say my little Wizard of Oz character. I have done one, but it took forever. I'll show you that in a minute, but that's why I didn't do a lot else. Again, last week, episode 88, I bought this this Aldi yarn that you can see in my yarn haul from Aldi. It's the rainbow yarn in taupe. They're 100g, and there's a crochet gloves pattern inside, fingerless mittens, fingerless gloves. That's here somewhere, I'm not sure where. But Aldi had this last year, and it was quite harsh. It felt quite stiff. When I washed it, it's softened up a bit, but this time this is a lot softer and lovely colour. So I've got one more fingerless glove to make, and then I was going to make a scarf or a cowl. I bought two balls of this colourway. But in the end, I thought, well, I'll do what I know and love, which is the beanie. Litsa's hi Litsa. Um, Litsa's own tutorial for the sticks and stones beanie, and this is done in half double crochets in US terms, half double crochets, and you do those in the back loop for that bit, which that looks like a spinny wheel, doesn't it? That's lovely. And then here you do double trebles, yarn over 3 times. Then you 4 rows of the back loop, another of those, then 4 rows, and then I just did a single crochet all the way around. And I'm really pleased how that turned out. I know I say it every week when I do a beanie, but it's the only beanie I think that I really can do. I don't really need to look at the tutorial anymore, and it just seems to come out lovely, you know, all the time. So I'll try that on after. So that's another one for, well, I'll say another one for donation. I've made the gloves to match, so I might give it as a Christmas present, or I'll see. But the tutorial is absolutely lovely, and it really always comes out. It comes out really nice. So I'll try that on. Try that on afterwards. That was the lovely Aldi yarn, and it's lovely to work with. I used a 6mm hook, and I'm not sure if I should have used a 5.5 because it's quite givey, which I suppose is good. But it seemed a bit looser this time, so probably I've used a 5.5 before, but I've just got a 6, so I just used that. So that's that, and then it's going to be a little short video today, I'm afraid. But the only oh, I just can't turn. I think if he doesn't feel better today, I think I'm gonna have to make an appointment at the doctor's. And because last night this pain, sorry to keep on about my pain, but it went up my neck and I could feel it. It's just like a pulled muscle, I think, but it's just really painful. So get some stronger painkillers because it seemed to go up into my head, neck, back of the neck there. Anyway, you don't really want to hear about that. My Wizard of Oz characters coming along. I've done Glenda, I've done the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, the Wizard himself, Dorothy. I've done Toto. So the only two to do was these. Can't believe that since having this crochet book from Crochet Now, there was 9 characters. I thought, 9 weeks if I do each one. But that time has just absolutely flew. I just had these 2 to do. And because I, where are we? Just a minute, I'm just getting to the page. Let me just get to the page. Because I was struggling a bit and aches and pains, I thought I'm just going to do something small. So I thought I'm going to do the little flying monkey. Something small and quick and easy to do. No, it wasn't quick. It was small, but no, it wasn't quick and easy to do at all. Oh my goodness, it took forever. And that's this mainly all of last week. I was doing like Hope's little blanket with the squares, so I only really started this like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But it took a couple of days. But here's my little. Oh, see, his legs should be bent up like that. That was a bit of a. His legs should be bent up like So here's my little flying monkey, and they always scared me when I was little. I didn't like them very much, but I thought he's quite cute. These were nice to do and straightforward. His little tail was a bit tedious because it was 6 single crochets going round and round and round. His legs were okay and his arms, but just you had to sort of fold that up somehow and stitch it. But anyway, um, that's oh, I think he looks similar to the similar to the pattern. I tried to do him a big smiley face, make him a nice happy one, a nice good monkey. He was a cheeky little monkey to make. Yes, so for his body, I'm trying to use Yarnsmith's Create. This is from Wool Warehouse, their their own brand. So for the his head and his body were all in one piece. That's vanilla fudge. And then for his wings, I used warm taupe for his wings. I'm using a 3mm hook for all of these little characters. And then for his face patch, for his face patch and his tummy patch, I used the oatmeal for those two. And I used 6mm safety eyes. So he's quite cute, so they're all coming along now. Until I get a better, display thing, or I'm just going to put them all along here, I think, put them all in a row and take a photograph of them all together. So, so that's a little flying monkey. I think the scarecrow is still my favourite. The scarecrow and the Tin Man, I think, are still my favourites. So you won't really need to wonder what I'm doing next week. The only one left is the witch, the naughty witch. She really scared me when I first watched it when I was little. She just, she has a big nose and she always wanted to kidnap little Toto, so I really didn't like her, but she looks quite nice. She looks quite friendly. I'll do her a nice little smile. So this one I hope to do this week, and then they'll all be finished and I can do some other little amigurumis. So that's all that I've crocheted this week. Like I said, my shoulder's just been awful. I'm not sure how much I'll do of if you watched my festive Friday, my little spinny wheel, Dougie's little blanket came out. So I've got 3D squares, the same as Hope's and Jonathan's, my little grandchildren. I've got 25 of the little 3D squares, and then I'm going to do solid squares to put in between. So this week I've got the solid squares to be working on, and also the crochet along that I'm doing with Litsa, Coco's Crochet. It's the beginning of the month again, so it'll be the birthstones cowl, the birthstone for October. Not sure what that is. October. Opal is the birthstone, so I'll be doing. I'm doing beanies for that, so I'll be getting on with that, and also the crochet along that she's doing, the best dress 18-inch doll. the next item of clothing or accessory for that. So I've got that to be getting on with. Um, so yeah, quite a bit to do this week, but I'll just, like I said, I'll have to see how this is, because it's really painful. Um, yeah. So I know, nearly forgot to try on. Oh, take me. Oh dear, my hair needs cutting as well. Go long and thick. It needs cutting. So this is the Sticks and Stones beanie. Oops. And it fits lovely. Oh, can you see it? All right. I do love this one. So that's the beanie. Fits absolutely lovely. So yeah, absolutely love that pattern. I'm sure a lot of you have seen. The Divine hat was one I absolutely loved and did a few times, but this is my favourite, my favourite pattern, because it just comes out. It comes out lovely every time, and absolutely love that. So thank you, Litsa, for inventing that pattern and creating that lovely pattern. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go and get my hot water bottle, put on the back of my neck, and have some more paracetamol, and not do an awful lot today. The weather's quite nice. I think we've got no rain for a bit. It's just nice, looking autumn with the leaves changing, and it's quite nice. So better than all that storm and windy weather. That was not nice at all. So I'll go now, like I said, and do my coffee. So whatever you're doing, whoever you're doing it with, have the best time that you can, and love each other, be kind to each other, and be kind to people whenever you can. Just a smile when passing could make someone's day. And I just think the more, with all the things that are happening in the world, all the awful things, I think in your own little way, I just think anyway, in my day to day, in my day to day world, if I can just be kind to people and be happy and love people, if everybody did that, I think the world would just be a lovely, better place. Anyway, have a lovely, lovely week. And I'm really sorry I haven't got back to. I know I've got some lovely comments that I need to get back to, and I'll do that today. Definitely do that today while I'm having my cup of coffee. Um, so until I see you again for Festive Friday, if you've got any Christmas projects that you're working on, and you'd like to send me your updates or anything you've started new, I'd love to see them and show everybody else. I always think, oh, I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what they're doing. And I know when you crochet something yourself, you always think, oh, I like it, but people aren't bothered to see what you're doing. But we are. I think we all love to see other people's projects and what they're working on, and how much joy it's bringing. Hopefully, it's bringing the joy. Um, I know for me, I couldn't not crochet, but I'm struggling a bit at the moment to do much crochet because of this horrible pain. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So have a lovely, lovely week, and I'll see you all on Friday for Festive Friday. Love you all. Bye.